Good morning, guys, and welcome to the tropical paradise of Vietnam, the island of Phu Quoc. Now, this island is located to the south of Vietnam in the Thailand Gulf, and it is our last stop in Vietnam before we make the trek across to Cambodia. And as you can see, we are absolutely lapping up the sun, the sea, and the beach vibes that this place is giving off. The place we are staying is a place called the Nhat Resort, and it is right on the beach. We do have a little bungalow. It's a little bit basic, but when you're next to something like this, you don't need much more, to be honest. So we are staying in Cua Lap, which is near Duong Dong, about 15 minutes taxi ride from the airport.
So we have actually been here for a day already. We flew in from Ho Chi Minh City, really quick flight, only took about 45 minutes. And then we just chilled yesterday because we were knackered after 24 crazy hours in Ho Chi Minh. So we chilled at the beach, had a sleep, and then we went for dinner at Ocsen? Not sure how to pronounce it, but we had dinner and drinks there. It seemed quite pricey, but then there was a fire show, which was incredible and totally worth it. The fire show was amazing. So cool. I want to go back, but we've also got other places to explore as well. Now we're going to head back to get a bike and then head over to Starfish Beach. So let's go. Oh, by the way, I'm not naked. I've got a swimsuit on.
Bit sweaty, messy hair, I don't know what is going on with that. But anyway, we've just come an hour on the moped to get here, and we've come to Starfish Beach, and there's a little sign before you get to the turning Google Maps tells you to take, which tells you to go straight on, and it costs 300,000 Vietnamese dong to go on a boat out here. So we're a little bit confused. We thought you could get straight to the beach. We don't know, have we been ripped off? Is this part of it? Like, we didn't do much research, so let's see how it is.
Thank you.
Now, we've no idea where this is going, but all I know is it cost me about a tenner to come on a boat and supposedly there's starfish. This looks insane. So that worked out really well. We had no idea what we were doing, but we jumped in the boat anyway. And this place is a tropical paradise. I said Phu Quoc was. This is still Phu Quoc, but it just looks amazing. It's like a scene out of Castaway, and you've got all of these red starfish immediately already as soon as you're off the boat in the water below us, which look incredible. For 50,000 Vietnamese dong each, we have found ourselves on a little deck chair on these white sand tropical beaches. So let's go get in that sea, cool off, have a little swim, and then get ourselves a little drink.
Well, I didn't expect to get stressed at the Starfish Beach because it's so beautiful here, but there's loads of tourists that are picking up the starfish, and so I googled it, and it says everyone needs to understand the importance of not touching and not removing starfish from the sea. The reason starfish die outside the water is that they cannot breathe. This leads to carbon dioxide poisoning. It's stressful watching it, but you can't control other people's actions. Here he comes, 007.
So, first try. Can you believe we've been in Southeast Asia all this time and not tried a coconut until this point? But, as Ashley just said, what better time to try than when you're on a tropical beach like this with white sand? Now, for some reason in my head, I thought they'd put something in it, I thought they made it sweeter. This is just like a fresh coconut off the tree, top sliced off, straw put in, pure coconut water. Now I know from trying coconut water in a carton, I don't like it. So I'm not expecting to like this, hence why I brought myself a Fanta. It's not horrible, it's just not nice.
You don't like it?
No, it's not for me. I would drink it if I was stuck on an island.
I'm the same as Luke. I don't like coconut water that I've tried from home. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to like it. I want to though. Oh, it does taste different to the one you get in a carton.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as strong. The one at home has got like a really like overpowering taste. That's more subtle. Oh, interesting. It doesn't taste like the one at home.
I definitely don't dislike it as much as I thought I would.
Me too, yeah. I'll drink it though, because you won't drink it, will you, Luke?
I've got Fanta.
Oh, I'll drink it.
Coconut Adventure has cost us 30,000 Vietnamese dong from the man selling it at his little local bar.
5 minutes later.
I'm struggling to drink it. There's loads of water in here. But we can't waste it, so we've got to drink it, but we've both had a bit of the flesh like in the straw. It's a bit slimy.
We also need to get on our way, guys. It's just so easy to spend the whole day here, but we got stuff we need to do, else this whole vlog is just going to be us sitting on a beach, and that's not really that fun for you, so...
Yeah, it's fun for us though.
Let's drink up and let's go! Also, just before we do, can I say, I did not style my hair in the form of curtains this morning. That is what an hour's moped ride will do to you, but what can you do?
Right, we are back at the bike. We're going to head to a pepper farm now, we think.
Okay, so after a 45-minute ride down a dusty track and a main road, we have made it to a small little pepper farm that we wanted to come to, but we're both feeling a bit gross. That ride, as I say, was very dusty, and we reapplied sun cream just before we left because we were starting to get a little bit red after being in the sea, and then the dust has stuck to the sun cream. So needless to say, we're feeling a bit grim, but we have just treated ourselves to a little ice cream before we come into the pepper farm. And look at where we are now with all these pepper trees, bushes. I don't know, you can educate me in the comments. It smells peppery.
Yeah, I am just glad to be off of the bike. Your bum hurts. If you're on it for any more than like 45 minutes, your bum starts to ache, and it just reminded me of the Haijiang Loop. But it's fine, we're off now, and we're learning about pepper. Who knew? I never knew. I never imagined or ever like cared to think, I wonder what pepper looks like when it's being grown. Now we know. It's a bit like a maze. It's making me think of Harry Potter.
And just by this little drink, I thought it was like strawberries or something on it. I don't know. I thought it was
Strawberries?
I thought that was like strawberry pop.
Oh, stop.
I didn't really pay that close attention. It tastes like dandelion and burdock. Is that pepper? I don't know.
Pepper? Oh. Does it taste peppery?
It's not bad. It's just not what I expected. Almost got a little sambuca taste to it.
Ew. No, that's put me right off.
Just give it a go.
Oh! What is that? I'm scared I'm going to spit it out.
It's like an aniseed, isn't it?
What is that?
It's not bad.
It's not great though.
I'd say it's like aniseed, like sambuca, but like a dandelion and burdock cross.
Ugh. I'm going to translate what it is. I don't like that. Ugh. That makes me feel a bit delicious. XOAX. We've got little tasters of each one. I don't know what the differences are. I don't know how they're different, why they're different. Oh no, put that one. What makes it white? What makes it black?
Don't know.
I don't want to try that.
Yeah, I don't think that's what you do.
That was a bit confusing. I was expecting to like get told like what the different ones are and why they're different. It was just like awkward and random. I haven't learned anything apart from what the plant looks like.
Anyway, we realised we are too late to go to the prison today. We'll go to the prison in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, let's go tomorrow. Yeah. And then maybe fish sauce factory.
So fish sauce is one of the most famous products made on Phu Quoc Island, so we definitely need to go and do that.
Yeah.
So we'll do it tomorrow, and we'll see you in a little bit once we've got back. Okay, so we are back out. We got ourselves cleaned up, as you can see. We were just talking about that place I flew over earlier today, and we'll show you the drone. of a massive abandoned resort right here on the beach. How sad to see that has happened. Maybe somebody one day will take it back up because it's in a prime location. We wonder whether Phu Quoc, like many places in the world, was impacted by COVID and whether some of these abandoned developments are as a result of that. But even now you can see behind me, this one also looks to have gone. It seems like there has been as much of an impact here as there was in the rest of the world.
Okay, so we're finished having dinner and we're going to go and get a grab now and then go to the night market. So let's go. Right, we've made it to the night market. Yeah.
Okay guys, ice cream officially checked off the list. Let's go find ourselves a little smoothie.
Wait, you need to tell us what it tastes like.
Tastes chocolatey.
Wow.
No, it's good. It's good ice cream. Coconut chocolate ice cream basically is good.
Ah.
Right, we've reached the end of the night market. We didn't get a smoothie yet, so we've got to go back. But Ashley wants to go to the massage place because she said he's got his thumb up and he's saying thumb in. Now, if that sounds forced, it's because I've already said it once, and she made me say it again.
Thumb in.
But what can I say, guys? I'm a hilarious kind of guy. Puns left, right and centre. Can't catch them all on camera, can ya?
The smoothie place is there. You want one or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on.
Item number 2 ticked off the list.
Is it? Look at these little doggies. Should have bought my fan.
I'd say that's one of the best ones we've had.
It almost tastes milkshakey, that's why.
Yeah. Right, we decided to get a little foot massage and we're torn between 2 massage spaces opposite the street. So we've decided Ashley's going in one, I'm going in the other. Otherwise we feel guilty and we'll see who comes out better. I'm bad.
We both had a 30-minute foot massage that cost about 100 each.
Mine was good, it was a lot of calf. Yeah, it was good, it was good. The lady was lovely. She called me handsome, I'll take that.
Mine was more shin, and like she was putting so much pressure on with her thumb. At times I was a bit like I wanted to flinch because it was a bit painful. Like Luke said, I wouldn't say it's a foot massage, more like a half leg massage. But at the end she did give me a bit of a back massage.
Oh yeah?
Okay, Ashley's got what she wanted for dessert.
We first started having these in Thailand. It says Nutella, but who knows if it's Nutella. It looks a bit green. I don't think that's Nutella, it doesn't taste nutty. Morning. Last night, where did we leave you? Oh, the night market. Yeah, we just got back and then went to bed basically. But we are up today. We're going to head to the prison first of all. Then we're going to the #1 beach in Phu Quoc, according to TripAdvisor. And then we're going to a fish sauce factory. So we've hired the bike for another day.
We are on the way to the prison museum. Now, on the way, we've come past what we thought we left behind in Ha Long Bay, which is this really weird kind of take on a European city, and the streets around here are just so empty. It's almost like the developers have decided that this is what Vietnam should look like, but the locals just don't want it. So where we're staying on Long Beach, there's tons of people around and it's all the traditional buildings that you would expect to see in Vietnam, and then you come to a place like this where it's just all of these massive European style, almost like a fake city type buildings, and they're all empty. Like, you can go and look inside of them, and although they're all developed on the outside and they look like something's here, on the inside there's nothing, it's just rubble. It's really odd, and it almost gives me kind of like a Sunworld type vibes. You see this, oh, I zoomed in on me, you see this kind of stuff in Sunworld and these kind of fake European architecture, and I just can't see, it just looks like nobody's here. Nobody's here, it's all developed but no one's here. So if you were going to film a film about the end of the world and you needed a quiet street to do it on, this is the perfect place.
I get that it's new and it's clean and it looks well kept and it's very like presentable and colourful, but it's bizarre that they've invested money in building like a whole new town basically, instead of investing the money in existing towns. And I just feel like it just takes away, like we could be anywhere right now, we could be in Europe. It just kind of feels like we're in The Sims, like we're in a Sims world, like it just don't feel real.
It is sad, and like we said yesterday, we showed you that beautiful, or what could be a beautiful resort right on the sea with its own private beach, and it was just abandoned, but yet places like this have had money poured into them, and the locals obviously don't want it because no one's here.
No.
So anyway, what we'll do, we'll drive down the road and we'll just see if at any point this gets more lively, and then we are on to the prison museum. Explains it, guys. We've inadvertently come to the entrance of the Sunworld theme park and water park here. You can get a cable car up to that theme park and water park, and it's something we decided not to do on this trip because, as you've seen if you've watched several of our other videos, we've already done a fair few Sunworlds and the kind of tourist attractions and the landmarks that they have. And yeah, I mean, this place is, I'm not going to lie, there's some bits of it which do look very pretty. There's some stairs behind us and it's covered in these pink flowers. That is pretty, and the fountains behind us are pretty, but is it Vietnamese, you know?
It does look lovely. It's so immaculate, it's colourful, it's clean, pristine. It looks lovely, but it just doesn't feel lovely because it feels quite empty and quiet. And the rest of Vietnam, when you go to the night markets, it's like hustle and bustle and there's loads of people around. It just doesn't feel the same. Yeah, it's like it lacks a bit of, I don't want to like speak so negatively of it, but it just, yeah, it lacks the culture and it just feels like fake. It sounds so negative, but yeah, I would rather be back in the centre in Phu Quoc than here, because it
with
just
the locals,
feeling
the culture. But anyway, we want to bring you positivity on this channel. Positivity! We want to bring you positivity on this channel, not negativity. So what I am going to say is the fountain looks very pretty. I'd love to jump in because it's quite a hot day.
Yeah.
The staircase behind us, we're going to go and show you, looks incredible. And we'll drive around maybe just a couple more minutes to see if we can find anything else to show you, because we want to bring positive vibes, guys. Let's go find the beauty in what is essentially quite a weird place.
Oh, yeah.
Hot one today, guys, but I told you I'd show you the staircase, so I'm committed. I can say this is so pretty.
So Luke just googled the name of this place, which is Sunset Town, and the first suggestion that comes up is Sunset Town empty. And there's this post from February 2023 about how basically it's just how we're describing it. It's just like it is now. There's not a lot of people here, loads of empty shops. So in over a year, it doesn't seem like much has changed. But it's part of this wider company called Sunworld, which are all over Vietnam. But this is a lot bigger than anyone we've been to before. We are off now. We are going to go to the prison. Look at my sunglasses. They won't stay on my face. I'm sweaty. That's why I keep pushing them up, because they just slide down. We didn't park in the shade, so the sea is ridiculously hot. Okay, out.
Ready?
Yep. Okay, we have arrived at the prison. Prison? We can't say prison, but like museum.
Prison museum.
Prison museum.
So it's cool.
So when we're in Ho Chi Minh, we did the War Memorial Museum and the tunnels, and I feel like this is going to relate to that. So if I'm right in saying, I'm sure when we were at the War Memorial Museum in Ho Chi Minh, that they sent prisoners over here to Phu Quoc, to the prison here.
I've never seen anything like this in real life. It's very odd looking into this with the guard towers and the mannequins set up to look like soldiers. Cages that you can see to the side of us are what was known as tiger cages, relative to the very small size, and they had covered on all sides, just like the examples, barbed wire, and they could range in size from 1, 3, 5 prisoners in that cage. And we're sweating today in the heat, but we're able to go and cool off in aircon. We can have a cold drink whenever we want one. You can imagine what a torturous situation this would have been to be in one of these cages at the peak of the day. And the sign in front of us says, after 7 days in the cage, the prisoner's entire body was skinned. Some prisoners grew a layer of thin skin, then it was burned and skinned again and again. Others couldn't bear heat, icy feelings, hunger and thirst, so they passed away right at the cage. If the heat of the day wasn't enough, during the day the guards would often set fires next to the cage just to increase that heat and that intensity. And when the cold nights fell, they would flush water onto the cage to ensure that they were always uncomfortable. So we've come inside to escape the heat of the day, and you can imagine that wasn't an option that was available to many of the prisoners in this place. You can see behind me the mannequins just depicting some of the atrocities that happened here. So some of the mannequins here show that even in the darkest of times, the prisoners here were still able to find joy in art, history and culture and the stories that they would tell. So just behind us here was one of the biggest tunnel escapes from the prison here. Now there were 300 attempts and about 41 were successful. In the biggest and most successful escape, 21 people made it out. Now the kit that they used for this was derived from their mess kit, which would include the spoon, barbed wire, iron stake and a plastic cane to contain the soil. So incredibly ingenious way of getting out of here. Now they were dug under the floorboards and they had specific people assigned to do both that job and people to watch so that they could ensure that the guards did not find out about this secret tunnel, which ultimately led to their success and 21 prisoners escaping from this place. So as you can see, the tunnels are behind me. Now we've very fortunately just heard a tour guide explain that these tunnels actually aren't the real tunnel, but a representation that the real tunnel would have been much smaller, and as we mentioned earlier, dug out with spoons and wooden stakes and the prisoners' fingernails if they had to open up that space. It was 100 meters long, so you can imagine just how long it would have taken for them to get through this.
I want to know, it didn't say how long it took them to successfully get all the way through, but
when you see the torture outside there and what kind of conditions the prisoners were put through, you can imagine their desperation to get out.
Yeah.
This was a better choice than staying in that prison, risking their own lives, the collapse of this thing at any moment, and the work that would have gone into this. In this heat, we're down here today and we are still sweating. It's that hot, so you can only imagine the kind of conditions that they were in.
This is crazy. And clever.
Right guys, anyway, it's time for me to show you guys the #1 rated on TripAdvisor beach in Phu Quoc.
Let's do it! Only 7 minutes away, so not far to go. Look at him, living life on a scooter.
Ocsen!
Look at that beach. Oh my god, the sand is white. Holy moly. Oh my god, I don't ever think I've seen a beach like that. Look at it.
This is beautiful. This could be the Maldives. I've never seen sand this white before.
I've never seen a beach like this. Okay, I can see why it's voted the #1 beach in Phu Quoc. This is insane. So we've bagged ourselves 2 sun lounges, 100,000 for the 2 of them. Got some shade, and then it's our view. Isn't that incredible? Look at the sea and the sand. Oh my god!
It's like next level. I can see why this place is the #1 beach in Phu Quoc, because I've like, you see these kind of beaches like Maldives, white sand, blue sea. You just don't expect it in Vietnam. This is just next level beautiful. Like, you've got to come here if you come to Phu Quoc. Get yourselves down here. What are you waiting for? It's beautiful.
So we've just come up from where we were to this Bai Tam Sao 1, and then there's one called Bai Tam Sao 2. And this one seems nicer.
So if you are coming here, you can go further up the beach to where we just were, which was beautiful, don't get me wrong. But if you sat nav yourself to Highlands Coffee, it's in Bai Tam Sao 1, and you'll be able to park up here and it looks a little bit nicer than where we just were.
I agree.
So if you've been to Vietnam, you've probably heard of Highlands Coffee. It's similar to a chain like Starbucks or Costa Coffee. This location has to be probably one of the best locations to have a high street coffee brand in the world. I would just not expect to have a Highlands Coffee on this beach. It's hard to get over the beauty of this place. It is insane.
Okay, unfortunately it's time to leave this beautiful place because we've got more to do today. We're going to get back on the bike and then we've got to drive to the fish sauce factory, and then we'd like to see the sunset tonight at the Ocsen, if that's how you pronounce it, Ocsen Beach Bar again, and then watch the fire show. So we've got stuff to do. It's already 4 o'clock. We were just saying one more day in Phu Quoc would have been ideal because then we could have just chilled on the beach for a day, but it's been wonderful and I think we've done more or less everything that we wanted to do.
It feels a massive shame to leave such a beautiful beach, but we did get a couple of hours here, had a little swim in the sea, and we got some drone shots for you guys. So we've done everything we came to do at the beach. Now, like Ashley said, on to see how fish sauce is made.
Let's go.
A mixture of anchovies and salt will be put into the big wooden barrels, then aged our traditional wooden barrels for 12 to 15 months. The anchovy are the main material produced in Phu Quoc traditional Nuoc Mam.
Ah.
Very interesting.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah.
Let me get out with you.
Could you imagine falling in there?
Lovely.
Smell a bit fishy.
Very dark. They're absolutely huge. I'll stand next to that one.
I wonder just how many bottles of fish sauce just one of these barrels could support.
Yeah, and look how far it goes down, and then it goes back as well. That's a lot of fish sauce.
Thank you.
So that was simple. Thank you. Well,
That is strong.
Oh,
Really strong.
salty. Very salty.
Very salty, yeah.
Oh, what's this one? This one looks thicker.
This does look a lot thicker. Oh, that's much sweeter.
Ah, thank you.
Oh, it's almost got a spice to that one.
Peppery.
Felt it in the back of my throat. I feel the pepper. And they do have some pepper trees like the plantation we saw yesterday just outside. Ah.
So one was salty, one was peppery. Oh.
Now this is quite thick. I don't know what the different sauces are. We'll give it a go.
No, I don't like that one.
That's strong. And peppery.
Oh. Hi. Hi. You're lovely. You're lovely. Yeah.
Okay guys, as you can see, we are no longer at the fish sauce factory, and instead I'm chilling in a hammock at our little accommodation. The sun is just setting and Ashley's just gone to fetch a beer. What more could be right with the world right now? This is a beautiful setting to be in, and look who has come to join me in the hammock. Only Miss Ashley.
So we're going to watch the sunset here, then go for food, and then go and watch the fire show. Still warm. Sweaty if I it.
Okay guys, so Ashley has been on about coming to this restaurant called Saigonese since we got into Phu Quoc. What have you got?
A coconut gin and tonic.
What makes it coconut?
What makes it coconut?
Coconut?
It better not taste like coconut water.
Oh yeah.
Kind of tastes like coconut water. Not as bad.
Maybe it's not tonic and it's coconut water instead.
So we are going to share, but I've got the duck breast, French fries with truffle mayo.
So I've got teriyaki belly pork with purple rice and a salad.
You're going to like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just got another subscriber,
Oh, did you?
another Vietnamese guy,
Amazing.
one of the staff that works there.
Oh, bless him. Okay, so that is officially our last meal in Vietnam. Tomorrow we will be en route to Cambodia, and I have to say, we did it in style. That was incredibly good. Really enjoyed the food there. A little bit more on the pricey side. Definitely not as cheap as some of the restaurants around here and what you will find in Vietnam, but we went out with a bang for our last dinner in Vietnam. So onwards to the Ocsen, we still don't know how to say it, but to the beach bar that we found on the very first night, and we are going to show you guys the fire show.
Yeah, how do you pronounce that? Oh my god. Woo! Oh my god. Whoa. Oh my gosh, look. Whoa.
Good morning, guys. So we have just made it to the ferry port in Phu Quoc Island, and we're about to depart in about an hour's time on the ferry over to Nhat, where we need to try and find some US dollars so that later today we can cross the border into Cambodia. We've just stopped for a little bit of breakfast at the ferry terminal, and also to escape the sun today as we're carrying 2 big backpacks each.
You wanna try it?
Rice sandwich,
Egg and-
rice sandwich. That's good.
Can't break that for you.
Okay guys, as you can see, we have made it onto the ferry and we find ourselves in VIP. We didn't realise what we booked, but we did end up in VIP, so these seats are very comfortable. We're on this ferry for about the next hour and then we are going to arrive in Nhat.
Hey, ooh, thank you.
Không biết tên gì luôn.
Yeah, this is confusing. No idea what's really happening. But a man said $36 is 18 each.
$38,
and they'll
19
get us
each.
to Kampot and take us to an ATM and let us exchange money for dollars. So we shall see what happens, guys. Sometimes you've got to go with the flow, like water down a stream,
Oh my gosh.
over the edge,
Over the edge, hopefully not over the edge.
to the waterfall,
Okay.
across the bridge.
Oh my god, okay, anyway.
We are currently making the walk from Vietnam to Cambodia. We're entering a new country, our 4th country on our Southeast Asia journey. Now, okay guys, we have just made it to our final destination, Kampot in Cambodia. We have crossed the border and we are here, we've arrived. Now the process took us a lot longer than we anticipated today. So we got on the boat at 2 o'clock and it is now about 6:30 at night, and it has felt like an extremely long day considering we got out of the hotel in Phu Quoc this morning at 11 o'clock. And we will see you in the next vlog. If you have watched to the end of this video, do like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Like yo, subscribe yo, goodbye yo.